So I just went to dinner and I saw a man that I'm crushing on, and he's crushing on me. I'm so sure. Businessman, my age, hard worker. I'm not gonna lie. I passed the business a couple times just to see him, just a little sneak peek. But here's the problem: I don't even date. I don't want to date. At least I don't think so. I know I'm in the throes of um just wondering, do I want to break my celibacy? Girl, he fine.
Yeah.
Guys, welcome back to another video. So today we're talking about something spicy. We're talking about crushes and lust and sex after 40, especially after a divorce or like a major life event. In this day and age, especially in this relationship climate, people act like, once you hit 40, you're not supposed to be feeling butterflies. You're supposed to be done with all the chemistry and all the late night texting. But baby, please, this is when the game actually gets really interesting. Well, my loves, today I want to sit down with you and have a real conversation about something that we don't really talk about enough. What it feels like to have crushes, to feel lust, and to even explore sex or celibacy after 40, and especially after a divorce and a life event. Now, I know this is one of those topics that people either whisper about or they laugh it off, but the truth is, it is deeply human, and if you're watching this, I want you to know I've been there, I'm still there, and you're not alone. When you come out of a divorce, or if you've just been single for a really long time, there's often this strange silence around your body, around your desire and your feelings. For years, maybe even decades, you were partnered, whether you were happy or unhappy, and then that ends, and it can feel like your central self has retired, especially if you're a parent and you're looking in the mirror and thinking, is anyone gonna want this version of me? The older, the softer, the wiser version of me. But here's the secret: your desire isn't gone. It may be tucked away under the layers of grief and responsibility or fear, but it's still there. In fact, this stage of your life often gives you a chance to experience desire in a whole new way. Now, no one is grading you. No one is timing you. No one is comparing you. You're free to rediscover your own body, your own joy, your own feelings, your own spark. And just let me tell you something. When you reconnect with that, it feels like you're a teenager with butterflies, and the more you're grounded, but you're also, there's this spark of fire. It's not desperate, it's steady, it's glowing, it's beautiful. Okay, so let's talk about crushes. Yes, at 40, 50, 60, you can still have a crush, and you should allow yourself to. So a crush isn't childish, it's medicine. It reminds you that you're still capable of feeling excitement, curiosity, that little rush, when your phone dings and you're hoping it's them. I remember the first time I let myself enjoy a crush after my divorce. He was beautiful, dreadlock, kind, great kisser, really nice man, but it was for a moment. I felt ridiculous at first. Here I was, a grown woman smiling at text messages like a teenager, but then I realized that joy was healing, and it wasn't about needing that person to really complete me. It was about feeling alive again. A crush doesn't really mean commitment, right? It's sometimes just a spark that lights up your day, and sometimes that spark might grow into something, or it might not. Either way, it's okay. You're not silly, you're human, right? Now let's talk about lust. Oh child. Let's be honest. This is where society has not been kind to women. We've been told that after a certain age, our desire is embarrassing, it's gross, that we're supposed to become invisible, sensible, scarf-wearing, sexless sages, and that's a lie. Lust is natural. Desire is not owned by the young. In fact, at this stage, it can be richer because you know yourself. You're not fumbling around trying to figure out what you like, you know. And if you don't, then this is a perfect time to explore, especially if you were in a marriage early. Now is the time to explore without shame. You can allow yourself to want, to fantasize, to enjoy your body on your own terms. Lust doesn't make you reckless. It doesn't make you desperate. It makes you alive. It makes you human. And if you can hold it with wisdom, it can be fun, playful, and it can be kind of deeply nourishing. So now let's talk about sex. After divorce, after a life change, after 40. It can feel complicated. Maybe you've been out of the game for years like myself. Maybe the thought of being vulnerable with somebody else makes you a little bit nervous, or maybe you're eager to just get it over and done with, but you don't know what to expect. All of this is normal. The first time after divorce may feel kind of awkward, or it might feel like a release you didn't know you needed. Don't judge yourself either way. Go for it. Nothing is stopping you from exploring who you are and what you want to be. Sorry. Okay, so now let's talk about celibacy. This is the path that some of us have chosen, myself included, and celibacy is a path you can choose. And it's not a punishment or a decision made from fear. I mean, I see celibacy as a power, a superpower. For me, it's been over 5 years, and it's not about lack, it's about abundance. It's about giving myself the space to heal, to not be distracted, to focus on my own body, my own peace, and my own growth without, tying it to someone else and to the world's expectations. See, celibacy can be a gift. It can help you clear out the old patterns and recognize who you are, reconnect with your true, authentic spiritual self, and rebuild your sense of worth outside of sexual validation. And when you decide to step back into the physical intimacy, you do it from a place of strength and power, empowerment, and not from a place of need. So whether you choose to explore new partners or you choose celibacy, the key is the same. It's about doing what feels true and good for you. You get to decide what this chapter looks like, and that freedom is one of the greatest gifts of life after divorce, after a life event, after 40. So what do crushes, lust, and sex after 40 and divorce really come down to? They're reminders. They're reminders that you're still alive. These reminders just tell you that you're still alive, you're still vibrant, you're still capable of joy and passion and crushing it. A crush lights up your imagination. Lust can keep you in touch with your body and your mind and your spirit. And sex, when you're ready, reminds you that life isn't over. It's evolving, it's changing, it's getting better. You don't need to be ashamed of wanting or having lust or having a crush. You don't need to hide the fact that you're human and you long for touch or connection or even adventure. This is not the end of your story. It's a chapter that can be full of laughter, exploration, and yes, even love in all the forms that you choose. So, if you're watching this and you're wondering if it's too late for you, hear me clearly. It's not too late. You're not invisible. You're not dried up. You're not past it. You can get rid of the cobwebs, right? You can do that right now. And if you choose not to, and you decide to continue with your celibacy journey, which I am still considering, then that is also okay. Love upon them cobwebs, girl. So, thank you so much for sitting with me today. It's been a while, I know, my loves. If this conversation touched you, if it made you feel a little oomph, leave me a comment and let me know how you're navigating your crushes, your lust, and whatever story you want to share. And make sure that you're liking, subscribing, and sharing these honest, cozy talks with your friends and families. And, as I always say, be good to yourself, be good to each other, and be blessed, be blissful, and be the love that you need. And I will see you next time. Mwah.
The luxury breathing, but I don't think I'm living. Yeah, my mama be tripping, saying you acting different, cause I feel so alone. People don't make a difference, they'll be here for a moment and be gone in an instant.